Wake up, my beautiful artists! Welcome back to my channel, Art Awakening. So in this video, I'm going to go a little further into depth about finding value in color. I posted a video last year about finding value in color with Bill Murray, which some of you may have seen already. If you haven't, go ahead and click that link so you can go check that one out first. This one's going to basically just be a test for us to kind of look more in depth into all of the different colors. I'm going to find the value in color of all of my Lukas paints. So in my colorful portraits, I don't actually add white or black, to change the value of the color. I actually just use the colors straight out of the tube, and I love using the Lukas paints. They're super high quality. I'm not being paid for this, by the way. I'm just telling you that I like these paints. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to use a couple things in order to make this process go a little bit smoother. I'm going to use this grayscale and value finder. I know it didn't print the whole thing. I tried to print it twice and it printed out incorrectly and I can't seem to figure that out. So this will work though. You can still see all the values. I just, wrote in the little extra values here. We'll be fine. You'll understand. And I'm going to use my iPad since my phone is recording me right now. I'm going to use my iPad to take photos of the colors, and we're going to put those photos in black and white. Kind of cheating, but at least it kind of gives you an idea about finding the value, and we can, test to see if we can find the value, then put it in black and white and see if we got it correct. Okay, so while I get some of this paint down on the canvas here, I did speed up this video so that it wouldn't take forever. I had to rinse my brush every single time that I change colors here. Anyway, so value is defined as the relative lightness or darkness of a color. It is very important for the artist in the way that it defines form and creates spatial illusions. Also, contrast of value separates objects in space as well, optical illusion type stuff. It gives you like light and depth and form. So I'm going to keep, putting this paint down. I'm actually going to skip through the rest of this and I'll see in just a second. Actually, hold on. Before I go, the bottom right hand corner of Facebook and Instagram. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Art Awakening. It is at Art Awakening for both of those platforms. Okay, so now I have all 10 of my Lukas colors down. I kind of put them in order, but not really. We're going to test that out right now. Actually, before I start on this with the grayscale and value finder, I just wanted to explain one thing. I learned that you need to absolutely understand value in its entirety, like just black and white grayscale here. You need to understand how to draw or paint with just black and white first. Mastering value is very, very important for finding value in color. Okay, anyway, so what I was saying. Here's my silly value finder that's halfway cut off on both sides. Can still have the colors, still the values. Told you that. Anyway, so we're going to start with the yellow. So I know that it's one of these lighter colors. I'd like to say it's probably a value 9. So we're going to go with value 9 for that. And I'd say the orange, if you look closely, the orange kind of matches this value here. It's a little bit too light to be in the value 7. I love these little notches here. It really helps you kind of see what you're doing. So the red, I believe, will be, could be a value 6. Actually, this value right here, I could say that it would probably be close to a value 6. All right, let's see. I'm thinking that the brown is probably a value 5. Yeah, I'd say a value 5. It's just the lightness and darkness that you're looking at again. And the green. I mean, it's a very bright color, so what you need to do is you need to kind of understand that the intensity of the color, the brightness of the color in finding value does not matter. So you need to kind of train your eye to kind of overlook that part of the color. So the green, I'd say the green may be like a value 7. So let's go with 7. It's a bright color, the dark blue or the light blue, but you know, it's not super bright. Like, it's way too dark for that. Too dark for that. I don't know, value 4 or value 3? I'm gonna go with the value 3. All right, and we're gonna go to this darker one here. Okay, that's absolute black, it's not that. I'd say probably a value 2 for that. Probably another value 2 for the red and the green. I don't know, let's see. I think of all these colors, I guess it's hard to tell. The green might be darker. And value 1, I say this one's closest to black for me. So, all right, let's put this in black and white. I'm going to take a photo of this with my iPad that was attached to me and I totally didn't even realize. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a photo, which I will show you right now. All right, so here's our photo of all of my Lukas colors there. So I went ahead and put that in black and white, otherwise known as mono, short for monochromatic. Just darks and lights there. So I also put my little grayscale and value finder in here digitally. I thought that this would be an easier way to show you. So we're going to see how this goes. I also had to adjust the white balance of the photo to get it to be the particular white color that I was looking for. And as you see here, the first color here, the yellow, it blends in with the first value. So that is definitely a value 10. So the second color here, and we're going to go through and remind ourselves which colors were which. I believe this was orange. This one is actually a value 8, not a value 9. You would think it might be a value 9, but it's actually a value 8. I sped this video up just a little bit, you know, to make this a little bit easier for us. All right, so I just went ahead and zoomed in here for you so you could see this a little bit better. That one is definitely a value 6. It definitely matches. I had it in the wrong layer, so I had to write it down twice. And that one also a value 6. So we're going to write down a 6 for there. And so these are going to be the true values. We're going to take these values and compare them to the values that I came up with earlier in the video, and we're going to see how well we did. It's kind of like a test to see how we did. I don't usually use the numbers like this, you know, when I paint, but I might actually look into doing this more often. It's very helpful. So let me zoom in for you one more time. Okay, so this one here is going to be a value 4. Let me go ahead and turn this around. You know, I had to digitally cut this out in order to use it this way. Thankfully, it didn't take me that long, which is pretty good. I love Procreate. This is what I'm using, the platform that I'm using right now, or the app that I'm using right now, rather. So the next one, you see how it has the kind of the light spots in there? That is actually the reflection of the light since it was fresh paint on the canvas. So we're going to go ahead and ignore that, and we're going to take the darker part of that color, which is definitely going to be a value 2. So we're going to go ahead and write 2 there. And third one down here. That is definitely a value 3. See how that matches up super well? So we're gonna write 3. All right, now for the last couple colors here. Oh, that's a perfect value 2, absolutely. And then the final one there at the bottom, the dark blue, which is what it technically is. That's closest to a value 1, maybe between a value 1 and a value 2, but we're just gonna go ahead and put 1 there for now. All right, so here we are. And I actually went ahead and I took the colors from the original piece and put them right next to the values, so you can actually see this together. I love how I can do this digitally and actually see them side by side without any hassle. So you can see kind of where we went right and went wrong. The red letter, or the red numbers that I put down there, that's the true value of the color that we just did, and the gray was our guess. So we were pretty close. I mean, we got that one right, we got the red right, we got the blue right, and the green, and the black, of course, or the dark blue black. So we got a bunch of them correct, but you know, sometimes you can be a little bit off. So it is actually very, very good. It's a very good idea to, you know, look at your colors in grayscale. You know, when you're working on a colorful portrait, take a picture of it in black and white every once in a while. Maybe it will kind of help guide you to where you need to go next in your painting. So I hope that you learned something in my video today. I hope that you understand further exactly what value in color means, and a few little tricks like the black and white trick that I showed you that can really help you kind of guide you through this process as you train your eye to learn how to do these things. So I'm going to go even further with this tomorrow, and I'm going to start a portrait of one of my favorite people, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's the best. She's hilarious. I love her. Anyway, so I'm going to paint her tomorrow because she is a very colorful celebrity in my mind. I'm going to paint her in a similar manner to how I painted the Bill Murray before, using some, probably not all, but at least some of my Lukas colors that you learned about here today. If you guys have any questions for me, please post those in the comments below, and I will be sure to answer those as soon as I can. Also, so you don't miss my video tomorrow, be sure to click subscribe for me and hit that little notification bell so you know when it pops up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, remember to stay peaceful, as a calm mind is a creative mind. Now go get inspired, be an influence, and make something beautiful today. Peace.